My 5-year-old proved to me just how wrong I am about my estimations, even obvious ones. He said, "Mom, your 5 minutes always last 20 minutes. You know what? He's right. Whenever I tell him I will need 5 more minutes, it's usually closer to 20. Pathetic estimation skills. So we'll go through an estimation video. How do we estimate mindfully? As they say, 90% of the knowledge is cemented when we teach it. So I hope it will stick this time. This will be the 3rd time I'm speaking on this topic in the recent past. The phrase to keep in mind while watching this video: this will be a chicken and egg situation. There we go again with domestic animals and English phrases. Unavoidable, yeah? Work expands to fill the time available for its completion, wrote one wise man. On any new project, and especially an agile one, new work is taken on routinely. New, unfamiliar work, that's when the student syndrome kicks in. The brain resists the steep or not so steep learning curve, sometimes leaving the assignment to the last possible moment before its deadline. If there were safety margins for the deadline, they become non-existent due to our procrastination. So, accommodate for the learning curve, not for the procrastination period though, when you estimate a task, a story, or an activity. Even the most expert of us needs time to orient ourselves when taking on new work, especially if it involves analysis, creativity, elaboration, decision-taking milestones. Activity duration is ultimately an iterative process. Estimates can change during our project. So, how do we estimate an activity? Since time immemorial, there are 4 basic ways to estimate duration, and you're using them all, albeit mostly subconsciously. Analogous estimating. What does it mean? We're comparing similar projects or tasks to provide an estimate. The accuracy of this estimation is directly proportional to the degree to which the 2 projects are comparable. Parametric estimating. We base our estimation on historical data, but using only certain parameters from other projects. We won't use nature as an illustration here, even though there are similarities between chickens and dinosaurs. And we could use certain parameters from each to estimate the duration of their growth, for example. Okay, we are using a human example here. If constructing a 2-meter wall takes 1 day, how long would it take to build a 4-meter wall? Multiply the time taken to build a 2-meter wall by 2. 3 points estimating. This is where you need to bring forward your inner optimist, pessimist, and observer. We'll use all 3 for the triangular estimate formula. So, the triangular estimate is the sum of your most optimistic self, the sum of your most likely estimation, and the most pessimistic estimation, and then divided by 3, because you're basically getting the mean of them all. So if you want to determine how long it will take a dinosaur, a chicken, or a project to reach maturity, use your most optimistic, pessimistic, and most likely estimation. Here's another more widely used 3-point estimate formula. Why are there 4 likely estimates in the formula? To put it simply, the likelihood of the most likely duration is higher. So that's why there are 4 of us and only 1 of you. So we have 4 observers, 1 of our optimistic selves and 1 of our conservative pessimistic selves. Bottom-up estimating. This is the most accurate method, but also the most time-consuming. Breaking down a story and activity into tasks and estimating each task. Then sum them all. For example, how long does it take to train a dinosaur? How to train a dino, 6 steps for beginners. 1. Use positive reinforcement techniques. Probably 3 days. 2. Find the right reward. Probably takes 1 day. 3. Train little and often. At least 4 weeks. 4. Build up in stages. probably 8 weeks. Make it fun, praise the small things, you get the gist of it. What's the deliverable? A dinosaur on a leash. So, in a nutshell, these 4 estimating methods are getting progressively more specific and accurate, but are also more time consuming. You get the irony. It takes time to estimate time. So, what do you think about all this? Please share in the comments below. So in the next video, we will be discussing how the Pareto principle affects us individually. Please stay tuned. The next video is coming up soon.